Welcome back to my studio. If you're new here, my name's Morgan and I make all things party and event. And today I want to show you how to put together this freestanding balloon animal. He comes together really simply, and you can change up the color scheme in this top Mylar balloon to make any kind of animal you'd like. So follow along and I'll show you how to do it. To start off, I'm going to make the base of the balloon animal using 4 11-inch balloons, and I'll be inflating those with my electric balloon inflator, as well as using this cardboard sizer box that, if you'd like to make one for yourself, I'll have the tutorial linked below. Now I'm going to inflate 4 of these balloons to 8 inches, and I'll do that by fully inflating the balloon and slowly letting air out of it until it just fits through that 8-inch hole in the sizer box. This means all my balloons are going to be super consistent in their sizing. So I'm going to get all 4 of those inflated, and then we're going to tie them together into pairs. So I'm going to take 2 balloons and wrap the nozzle around twice and tie it into a simple knot. Now we're going to make one more pair in the exact same way and bring the 2 of those together into a quad. So overlap them that the nozzles touch right in the center, and then twist one balloon from each pair together, locking them in place. Now this is going to create the feet for our balloon animal, and to give it more stability, I'm going to add this water balloon I made that's about the size of a tennis ball, and I'm just going to tie the nozzle of the water balloon to one of the nozzles from the quad. Next, I'm going to take 6 more 11-inch balloons and inflate all of those to 6 inches apiece. Now, just like I did with the bigger ones, I'm going to tie all of these into pairs, but I'm going to leave one pair set aside and take my other 2 pairs and tie them together into a quad. We'll use these balloons a little later to help stabilize the design. In the meantime, I'm going to inflate these 3 646 balloons to make up the body of the animal. So the white one will be the stomach portion, and the 2 orange ones will be the legs and arms of the body. Now I'm going to inflate all 3 of these the exact same way. So I'm just going to use my electric balloon inflator and inflate that balloon until there's just a little bit, about an inch left on the end of the balloon uninflated. We need that to be a tie point later on, so make sure you can grasp it and pull on it a little bit. We also need these balloons to be a little soft so we can bend them, so I'm going to let a little bit of air out until it's got some nice give. Then I'm just going to tie it off and repeat these steps with my other 2 646 balloons. Now we can start assembling the body of the animal. So I'm going to lay my orange 646 on the table and put my white one across the center of it, and then I'm going to bend that orange one all the way around the white balloon and tie the 2 ends together. And that's why it's so important we have that little bit of uninflated end on the 646. So once we've got that secured, this is going to be the legs of our animal, and I'm going to take that tied end of the 646 and place it down on top of the nozzles of our quad and bring those nozzles up over the top of that 646 and tie it in place. So I'm going to snug my legs down in between 2 of the balloons of my quad, pressing it down into place, and then tying those 2 nozzles from the quad up over the top. We want to make sure this is a really nice snug connection so that our animal doesn't wobble. Once that's tied, I'm then going to come in with our pair of 6-inch balloons, and that's going to help disguise all of those nozzles right there in the center and bring some stability to the design. So I'm going to place one 6-inch balloon right in front of the legs, take the balloons underneath the quad, and bring that second balloon up over the top. And this will sandwich our 646 nicely between those 6-inch balloons, making our animal stand nice and straight. Next, we need to add the third 646 balloon to this design, and this is going to be the arms of our animal. So I'm going to lay this right on top of the orange balloon and bring the white balloon, which is the stomach, up over the top of both of those orange balloons and secure it in place. And it's the tension of this white balloon that we're going to tie together that's going to hold all these balloons in place and give our animal some nice stability. So make sure you've pulled this nice and taut as you tie that knot. And then going to even out the distance of the arms so they're nice and centered on the body. Now you could leave the arms just as they are, but I want to add some hands to the end of that. And to do that, I'm going to use a hand pump and 2 260 balloons. So to start off, I'm going to put 3 pumps of air into the balloon and tie it off. I'm then going to make a 3-inch long loop in the balloon. So I'm just going to bend it over so that the nozzle touches the side of the balloon, and I'm going to pinch right where that nozzle is and twist it 3 times. To hold this twist in place, I'm going to take the nozzle that's right under my fingers and insert it through the center of that loop and bring it back up behind. This is going to keep this loop from unraveling on me. Now once the loop is made, we need to make 2 pinch twists that are about 2 finger widths in length. So I'm going to fold the balloon over, making sure I'm using my fingers as a guide, and then I'm going to pinch the balloon right where my central twist is and twist it 3 times. I'm going to do this one more time so that this second pinch twist is the same size as the first one. So bend it over, pinch it right where that central twist is, and twist it 3 or 4 times. Once I've got all of those in place, I'm then going to take the remaining tail of the balloon and wrap it around that central twist a couple times just to secure everything in place, and then bring it up in between my 2 pinch twists. So it should look something like a miniature sword at this point. Now, we only need the 3 loops that are on this balloon, so I'm going to nip the end of the tail of this balloon and let the remaining air out of it. But I am going to leave that tail long because that will be how I tie this to the arm of our animal. So go ahead and make a second one of these, and then let's move back over to our fox. To attach the hand to the arm, I'm going to take the nozzle on the arm part and pull it up into the central twist of our hand so it's nice and tight in there. And then taking the remaining 260 balloon that we deflated, I'm going to snugly wrap it around the arm a couple times and then bring that tail up into the hand design, wrapping it in and out in a figure 8 pattern a couple times and then inserting it through our central loop, and that will secure all of this together. Once I've got that done, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and just trim away the remaining 260 balloon so that you can't see any of that end. Finally, I'm going to flatten the hand out so that the wide open part is facing the front of the design. Then just do this on the other side. The last piece we need to inflate is the Mylar balloon animal face. Now mine is 33 inches wide, but you could use any Mylar balloon that I would say is 24 inches or larger, and that way it keeps everything pretty proportional. I'm then going to fill the Mylar balloon until it's nice and taut, making sure I'm paying close attention to any chambers like the ears, that they're also fully inflated. Once I've got that done, I'm going to move down to the nozzle because we're going to use this nozzle to attach it to our main body. But it's a little hard to do that with this Mylar tag, so I'm going to attach this uninflated 260 balloon to it to make that tie point much easier. So lay the 260 balloon across the foil nozzle and then roll it up nice and tightly around that balloon, and then tie it into a simple knot. Not only will this hide the nozzle, but it'll give us a nice way to secure the head to the rest of the body. To make that attachment, I'm going to take my 260s and wrap them underneath the nozzle of the white 646 right there at the top of the body. And then just using a simple double knot, I'm going to secure that in place, and then with a pair of scissors, trim away any remaining tails. Now you'll notice that the head is super floppy. It can't hold itself up because it doesn't have helium in it. So to support the head, I'm going to use that 6-inch quad that we inflated earlier and slip that quad right between the white 646 and our Mylar head. The nozzles of that quad should be right up against the nozzle of our head and that white 646. Now you may want to arrange this a little bit, making sure our foil head is nice and square on the body, and that white 646 should be nestled right between 2 of those 6-inchers. And that's it! This balloon animal is ready for a party. Now if you would like to have some written instructions to go along with today's project, I'll have a digital balloon recipe available in my shop linked below, or if you join my Patreon at the Party Maker level, you'll have access to not only today's balloon recipe, but all of my previous balloon recipes. So check out my Patreon link below, and thanks to all my patrons for making this possible. I hope you're inspired by today's project and give this one a try. This was so much fun to put together, and I cannot wait to have this at a baby shower or a birthday party. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe below, and don't forget to check out our Patreon group if you'd like to up your party game. So until the next time, you can check out some of my other videos over here, and remember, stay creative everyone. Bye!